Good morning, children. Till now we have discussed refraction of light at a single curved surface, right? And this is a single curved surface. There we learnt how the refraction will take place at a single curved surface, right? Let us suppose that a transparent material have two curved surfaces. Here we are taking the two curved surfaces, right? What will happen when the light is travel through these two curved surfaces? What we call this curved surface? Okay, right. At what we are going to learn now? We are going to learn, up to now we learned only about a single curved surface, right? This is a single curved surface, and how the refraction of light will be takes place at the single curved surface, that we learnt already, right? Now we are going to learn what will happen when the light ray is passes through this transparent material which consists of two curved surfaces. Here this is one curved surface and this is another curved surface. Okay, if we have two curved surfaces, what happen when the light is travel through these two curved surfaces? And the second question is okay, right, what we call this surface? Okay, what we call this? Have you heard about lenses? Right, where we observe these lenses generally. We heard these lenses the where people use the spectacles. Okay, the people who are using the spectacles, there we can observe that a lens. Okay, right. What is lens? I will tell now. Okay, right. What we are going to learn here? We are going to learn that what will happen when the light is passes through these lenses. Right. What is the definition of a lens? What is the definition of a lens? Right, write this. Lens means lens is formed when a transparent material is bonded by two surfaces. A transparent material bonded by two surfaces of which one or both surfaces are curved. Both surfaces are curved. Okay, or spherical. That we call it as a lens. Lens means it is a transparent material which is bonded by two surfaces, two curved surfaces or a single curved surface. Right, I will tell the different types of lenses. We have different types of lenses. Okay, here we are going to learn some typical lenses. Okay, what is a lens? Lens means it is a transparent material. It is also a transparent material which consists of two surfaces of which one or both surfaces are curved. Okay, in some lenses we can observe two curved surfaces, and in some lenses we can observe only one curved surface. Okay, so based on that there are 5 types of lenses are there. Okay, I will show all the lenses now. Okay, first I will draw the lenses here, then afterwards I will show the lenses to you. Okay, right. If a lens has two curved surfaces and two curved surfaces are bulges out. If two curved surfaces are bulges out, this is called bulging outwards. Okay, a lens which consists of two curved surfaces and the two curved surfaces are bulges out, such type of lens we call it as a double convex lens. Double convex lens, or we call this one as a biconvex lens. Biconvex lens. Okay, what is double convex lens? A lens which consists of two curved surfaces and the two curved surfaces are bulges out. Okay, and it is a thick at the middle and a thin at the edges. Okay, it is a thick in the middle. It is a thick in the middle and thin at the edges. Such type of lens we call it as a double convex lens or biconvex lens. Okay, and the second type of lens is there. A lens which consists of two curved surfaces. Okay, this lens also consists of two curved surfaces, but it curved inwards. Okay, it is also a lens which consists of two curved surfaces. This lens also consists of two curved surfaces here, but it is a curved inward. It is not bulges out like this. Okay, here in the first lens we can observe that the curved surface is bulges out. Such type of lens we call it as biconvex lens. If the lens consists of two curved surfaces, okay, in which the two curved surfaces are curved inwards, such type of lens we call it as a double concave lens. Double concave lens or biconcave lens. Okay, right. How can we identify this double concave lens? When we see this double concave lens, there is a thin at the middle. Okay, it is a thin at the middle and thick at the edges. Okay, what is the difference between these two? How can we identify the lens is a double convex lens or a double concave lens? If we see this lens, if the lens is thick at the middle and thin at the edges, such lens we call it as biconvex lens. If the lens is thin at the middle and thick at the edges, such lens we call it as double concave lens or biconcave lens. Okay, and the third type of lens is also there. Okay, a lens which consists of only one single curved surface and the other surface is plane. Okay, here I am taking one lens here. Okay, here this lens consists of one single curved surface and the other surface is a plane. Okay, and the curved surface is bulges out here, right? Such type of lens we call it as a plano-convex lens. Okay, plano-convex lens means it consists of one plane surface and one convex surface. Okay, one plane surface and one convex surface. Such type of lens we call it as plano-convex lens. And the next type of lens is also there. That lens consists of one plane surface and the other concave surface. Okay, one plane surface and the other concave surface, only one curved surface is there here. Okay, such type of lens we call it as plano-concave lens. Okay, and the next type of lens is there, the fifth type of lens. Okay, it consists of two curved surfaces. One is a concave and the other one is a convex. Such type of lens we call it as, okay, one convex lens and one concave lens. Such type of lens we call it as convexo-concave lens. Convexo-concave lens. Okay, so these are the 5 types of lenses. The first one is a biconvex lens, second one is a biconcave lens, and the third one is a plano-convex, plano-concave, and a convexo-concave lens. Okay, these are the different types of lenses. Okay, so this is about a lens. Now we are going to discuss what will happen when the light rays pass through this lens. Okay, right, we will discuss now. Right, before that I will show the different lenses. Okay, observe here carefully. Right, observe this one here, children. See, this is a double convex lens. This is a double convex lens. See, you can see here, it is a thin at the edges. It is thin, very very thin. It is thin at the edges and thick in the middle. So this lens we call it as a double convex lens. This is a double convex lens. Right. Second one, I will show the second one. That is a double concave lens. See, you can observe here that the edges is more thicker. Okay, so it is a lens and it is a thick at the edges and thin in the middle. So that's why we call this lens is called a double concave lens. Okay, this is a double concave lens. You can observe the two curved surfaces. The two curved surfaces are concave curved surfaces. Okay, so it is a thin at the middle and it is a thick at the edges. So this type of lens we call it as a biconcave lens. This is a biconcave lens. Okay, and the next one is I don't have this plano-convex lens. I have plano-concave lens. Okay, it is a plane at one side and the other side is a concave lens. Okay, it is only one curved surface. Okay, and it is a curved inward. Okay, such type of lens we call it as a plano-convex lens. It is a plano-convex lens. One side is a plane surface and the other side only we have the curved surface. This is called a plano-concave lens. Okay, and the next lens is there, concavo-convex lens. Okay, one convex surface is there, one convex surface is there, and the one concave surface is there. Such type of lens we call it as a concavo-convex lens. Such type of lens we call it as concavo-convex lens. You can see here, this is a biconvex lens. Okay, I will show again here. Observe carefully. It is a thick in the middle and thin at the edges. You can observe here. It is very very thin at the edges. I will show the difference here. Right. Observe these two carefully. Okay. It is very thick at the edges and it is very thin at the edges. So this lens is called a biconvex lens and this lens is called a biconcave lens. Okay, and this one is a plano-concave lens and this one will be the convexo-concave lens. Okay. Okay, children. Right, now let us see what will happen when the light is passes through these lenses. Okay, right. Before that, we have to remember one point here. Here we have to consider that the thickness of the lens will be very, very small. Okay, here the lens have some thickness, right? Here we have to negligible that the thickness. Then only we can understand how the refraction will be takes place through these lenses. Okay, and also we have to learn that terminology in the lenses. Okay, now let us learn the terminology used in the case of lenses. Okay, what is the terminology we have to use in the case of lenses? These are the types of lenses. Okay, right. Now let us learn the terminology used in the lenses. Okay, so for that we have to consider a lens. Okay, here I am taking the double convex lens or a biconvex lens. Okay, here I am considering the biconvex lens. Okay, right. Now I am extending the curved surfaces here, and I am extending these curved surfaces. Observe here carefully. Here I am extending these two curved surfaces. When I extend these two curved surfaces, there I get two spheres, right? There I get two spheres. Okay. The center of the sphere of which the curved surface is a part of it, that we call it as center of curvature. Already we learned that, right? What is center of curvature? If we extend the curved surface, okay, we will get a sphere. The center of the sphere we call it as a center of curvature. The center of sphere we call it as center of curvature. Okay. So here in the lens we have two curved surfaces, so we have two center of curvatures will be there. Okay, that is what we have to learn. What is center of curvature? Center of curvature means it is a center of the sphere of which the curved surface is a part of it, that is called the center of curvature. Okay, in the lens we have two curved surfaces. Okay, so that's why we have two center of curvatures will be there. The center of curvature is represented with letter C. Here we are represented with letter C1 and C2. Okay, and then the distance between the center of curvature and the curved surface. Here this is a curved surface, right? The distance between the curved surface and the center of curvature, that we call it as a radius of curvature. So that means there are two radius of curvatures will be there. Okay, the distance between the center of curvature and the curved surface is called a radius of curvature. That we call it as radius of curvature. We have it represented with letter R1 and R2. And the line joining the two center of curvatures, listen here carefully, the line joining the two center of curvatures, that we call it as principal axis. Principal axis. Okay, and then the midpoint of the lens, the midpoint of the lens we call it as optic center. There we learnt the midpoint of the curved surface is called pole. here the midpoint, this is the midpoint of this lens. The midpoint of the lens we call it as optic center. The midpoint of the lens is called the optic center. It is represented with letter P. Okay, so this is the terminology we have to learn here. Okay, what is center of curvature? The center of the sphere of which the curved surface is a part of it, that we call it as center of curvature. In the lenses we have two center of curvatures, and the line joining the two center of curvatures are called a principal axis, and the midpoint of the lens, that is called a optic center. Okay, that is called a optic center. And the next one is a focal point. Okay, what is focal point? Okay, right. Here I am considering a biconvex lens. Okay, and this one will be the principal axis. The line joining the two center of curvatures, we call it as principal axis. Okay, here I am sending the light parallel to the principal axis. Okay, here I am sending the light parallel to the principal axis. When I send the light parallel to the principal axis, what happens? The refraction of light takes place, right? And the refracted rays are touches at one point. The refracted rays are touches at one point. Where the refracted rays are touches on the principal axis, that point we call it as a focal point. Okay, or we can say like this, where the refracted rays are converges at one point. Here what happened? When we are sending the light parallel to the principal axis, what happened? All the rays are converges at one point. Where all the rays are converges at one point, that point we call it as a focal point. It is represented with letter F. Okay, where all the rays are converges at one point. Here I am considering the biconvex lens. I will show if I place a biconcave lens. Okay, how the rays will be converges, or the rays will be converges or diverges. I will show here. Observe here carefully. Here I am considering the biconcave lens. Okay, and this one will be the principal axis. Okay, here in the convex lens we can observe that where all the rays are converges at one point, that we call it as a focal point. But whereas in the concave lens, what will happen? I will show here. Observe here carefully. Here also I am sending the light parallel to the principal axis. When I am sending the light parallel to the principal axis, what happened? The refracted rays are away here. In the last class only we learned that. Okay, when we extend these refracted rays, and all these refracted rays are touches at one point. All these refracted rays are touches at one point. This point we call it as focal point. See here we can observe that the rays are emerging out. Where the rays are emerging out, if the rays are emerging out from one point, that point we call it as a focal point. So, what is the definition of focal point? Focal point means the point of convergence, or the point from which rays seems to be emanate. Emanate means diverge. Where the rays are seems to be emanate, that point we call it as a focal point. That point we call it as a focal point. Okay, and the distance between the optic center and the focal point. Here this is the optic center. Optic center means the center of the lens. Okay, the distance between the optic center and the focal point is called a focal length. Okay, the focal length is represented with letter small f. The distance between the optic center and the focal point is called a focal length. So here in the lenses we have two focal points. Okay, f1 and f2. Here this one will be the f1 or this one will be the f2. Why? Because here in the lenses we have two curved surfaces, so we have two focal points. Okay, in the curved surfaces we have two center of curvatures and we will have two focal points, and two radius of curvatures will be there, and two focal lengths also will be there. Okay, right. So here we are considering the thickness of the lens will be negligible. So for that, if you want to draw the ray diagrams, okay, in the ray diagrams we can represent this biconvex lens and biconcave lens with some symbols. Okay, the symbol of biconvex lens is like this. The arrowhead is outwards. Why? Because the curved surfaces are bulges out in the biconvex lens, right? So the symbol for the biconvex lens is this is the symbol for the biconvex lens, where the two arrowheads are outwards. This is called a symbol for biconvex lens. Okay, symbol for biconvex lens. And the symbol for biconcave lens is the arrowheads are reversed in position. Okay, where we are using these symbols? When we draw the ray diagrams, it is very difficult to draw always these lenses. Okay, and it will be confusion. So that's why we are using the symbols here. The symbol for the biconvex lens is this, and the symbol for the biconcave lens is one. This is the symbol for the biconcave lens. Okay, I will show this diagram by using this symbol. Okay, how I am drawing, observe here carefully. Here this is the biconvex lens. Okay, and this will be the principal axis. What is principal axis? The line joining the two center of curvatures, that is called principal axis. When the light is parallel to the principal axis, when the light is parallel to the principal axis, when it is touches to the biconvex lens, what will happen? The refraction of light will take place and the refracted ray is touches to the principal axis at one point. That point we call it as focal point. See, observe here carefully. See, here you can observe this diagram is very much easy than this diagram. Here you can see, you may be confused by, because here there are two curved surfaces will be there, and here the refraction is takes place, and here also the refraction will be takes place again. Then how can this refracted rays touches to the principal axis? Okay, that all will get confused, right? Why? Because here the distance between the two curved surfaces are very very thin. The thickness of the surfaces will be thin. Here we are considered that the thickness will be thin, so that's why we can draw like this. Then it is easy to understand, right? And these are the incident rays, and all the incident rays will be refracted, and all the refracted rays are converges at one point. Where all the refracted rays are converges at one point, that point we call it as a focal point. Okay, where all the refracted rays are converges at one point, that point we call it as focal point. Or where all the a point at which all the rays are eminent outwards. Eminent means come out ani. Okay, where all the rays are eminent from one point, that point also we call it as a focal point. In the case of a concave lens, we can observe like this. In the case of convex lens, we can easily understand where all the refracted rays are converges at one point. That point we call it as a focal point or focus. Okay, focal point or focus. See, this is the terminology used in the lenses. Center of curvature, radius of curvature, optic center, focal point and a focal length. And this is the symbol for convex lens and a concave lens. Okay, and in the next class we will discuss how the image is formed if we place a lens in the light. Okay, how the image is formed if we place a lens in the light. What is the behavior of light when we place the lens, and where the image is formed. Okay, and which type of image is formed. Okay, that we will discuss in the next class. Okay, so write all these definitions and learn all these definitions. Okay, thank you.